Next up, let's learn a couple of 16th note grooves. We now know how to count. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. Let's take that over onto the drums, see what we can come up with. The first 8 notes of our 16th note groove are quite simple. What we're going to do, instead of counting 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, we're just going to literally count to 8. So it's going to go 4 up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, we hit our snare drum. 5, 6, 7, 8. So the whole thing is hand to hand. Number 5 is a snare drum. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we go back to 1 again, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to try and loop that around. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all we've got to do then is every time we say the number 1, we play the bass drum. So it's then going to give us this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. Once you feel like you're comfortable with that and you've done lots and lots of reps of that, then change the way you count it. We don't want to count to 8. We want to count the 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. And what you start to get used to then is a lot of these drum beats have got what we call the 2 and the 4. So every time we say number 2, bang, we're hitting the snare drum. Every time we say number 4, bang, we're hitting the snare drum. So we're going to get the bass drum on the 1 and the 3 and the snare drum on the 2 and the 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and like this. Up at a little faster tempo. And that real fast. Now with this particular pattern, you're sometimes going to make a choice, instead of playing on the edge, to play a little bit more on the top. So let's do 2 of each, so a bar of each. So why would we sometimes play the edge, sometimes play the top? It's literally just to do with the sound. So some types of music want a short, sharp, high-pitched sound, and some want a bigger, fatter, longer edge sound. The 16th notes then, that we're playing over here, can go straight into one of the fills that we've done. So if we go into our fill, let's go 16th notes. We're going to go 4 here, 4 back on the snare, and 4 back here. And these are 16th notes, so our hands are going to move at exactly the same pace. I'm going to play one bar of groove, 1 bar of fill. If I loop that around a couple of times. And as you're trying this, what you're likely to find is it's quite difficult to get from the last 4 notes over on this tom down here, back up here, because the left hand, it's okay for the right hand, it can reach quite easy. The left hand kind of gets in the way. So we have to play the last left note down here and quickly move across. Now because of that, and because we might want to make the sound, we're sometimes going to hit a crash cymbal over here on the first note. So I may go then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm replacing the 1. It's not additional, it's not as well as the 1, it's instead of the 1. Instead of the 1 being here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't have a crash over here, maybe hit the edge of the ride cymbal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you'll find is it just gets your hands back a little bit easier. I got tempo again. Now, as we've done with other fills, when you start to get used to this idea of playing 16 notes, 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander, you can start to ad-lib where you're playing them. Now, can we go on to the cymbals? Yeah, we can. But at the moment, it's going to be simpler if we just say, right, your rule is you're only allowed to hit one of these 3 drums here. If you've got more toms, you can hit other toms as well, all right? So I might do something like this. 1 E-ander for the first part, and I might go 2 E-ander, and I might go 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. So that would be this. Next time I might try something different. I could hit something different every time. As long as I'm counting to 16, ideally saying 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander, then anything is going to go. So that's a 16th note groove with a 16th note fill. I'll give you one other one to learn. What about if we want to put more bass drums in? Well, as we did with the 8th notes, we start with 1 bass drum, and then we put 2 in. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But the same thing's going to happen with our 16th notes, except for now, instead of being right next to each other, because we're saying 1 E-ander, 4 notes, it's going to be the first one, and the third one, because we're going to go 1 E-ander, 1 E-ander, and then they carry on with the 2. 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. So let's try doing that a bunch of times for you. So up tempo. And not so often you're going to hear it at this speed, but if I go super fast with this. You could hear it at that speed. Now once you've got that one down, well guess what? You could then do the 1 bass drum and then the 2 bass drums, which will give you this. So your challenge now, what you want to be trying to practice is trying to get used to doing those loops so that you're doing 4 bars, 3 of which are going to be groove, 1 of which is going to be the fill. When you start listening to music now, you're going to start to notice that this 4-bar thing happens. However, often it's actually going to be 8 bars. There's no rules, right? Some songs might be 6, 5, 7, but if you listen to the majority of songs that are going to hear popular songs that say are on the radio, or in the top 40, you're going to find that they're often written these 8-bar loops. Now, very often then, it's going to be 7 bars of groove with the 1 bar of fill at the end. Again, there's no rules, right? Fills don't have to be that long, they can be shorter, but if we just look at things like stereotypical is going to be 8 bars, 7 with a groove, 1 with a fill. Go practice that, see how you get on.